grading the Bulls' shocking decision to extend head coach Billy Donovan. The Chicago Bulls have announced a contract extension for head coach Billy Donovan, which will certainly surprise fans. This decision comes at a fairly surprising time, given the team's recent poor publicity and the fact that many were clamoring for Donovan's firing before to this revelation. Fans will have to put down their pitchforks for the time being to see what Donovan can achieve with this club moving ahead. Given that Donovan was only in the third year of his $24 million contract with the Bulls, this news feels exceedingly premature. The chairman of the Bulls and White Sox decided long ago to operate in the petty, especially in how he deals with Chicago media. That's his choice, and his success has certainly earned him that right. While other owners of major market teams such as the Cowboys' Jerry Jones and the Mavericks' Mark Cuban have understood using the media for the benefit of their product, Reinsdorf has treated Chicago media as a dirty piece of gum that he enjoys scraping off his shoe. It doesn't matter to him that it's a disservice to fans. But his latest move, secretly extending the contract of Bulls coach Billy Donovan in the preseason, the news of which leaked Tuesday, was also a disservice to Donovan. In 3 seasons with Chicago, Donovan has led the team to an 86-88 record. Although this was a considerable upgrade from Jim Boylan, Donovan has on the whole been largely lackluster as head coach. Shams Charania of The Athletic broke this news earlier today. Just as the Chicago Bulls begin to rebuild their momentum, news of their decision to extend Billy Donovan serves as another huge blow. Considering Donovan did help this team break their playoff drought and seems well liked by the players, it's fair to make an argument that keeping him around is a good idea. However, I believe most people, myself included, who regularly watch the Bulls would disagree with that notion. Donovan has actively hurt this team's ability to win games with his poor decision-making in the past, and there's no reason to believe that's going to change moving forward. Ultimately, this just seems like a complete inability to read the room on the behalf of Chicago's front office. Donovan was an ineffective leader last year, as the Bulls squandered their strong start and looked like the most embarrassing team in the NBA down the stretch. For that reason, snapping a 4-year playoff drought is not quite the accomplishment Charania makes it out to be. Neither is the non-existent playoff run Shams boldly claims encouraged the front office to make this decision. There was no playoff run last year. The Bulls limped into the playoffs and were promptly dispatched in 5 games by a team that immediately lost in the next round. To pose the facts in this manner simply feels like an embellishment of the truth and a gross attempt to rally the fans in support of this poor decision. I'm not going to give a hyperbolic overreaction here and call this a disaster. Extending Jim Boylan and then being forced to fire him just months later was a disaster. But how will this situation now has the potential to develop into one? After all, many fans were already holding out hope that we'd see Donovan replaced before the end of the regular season. Whether or not it's a clear indication that the writing was already on the wall for Donovan. But now, Donovan has apparently been inked to an extension of an unknown length of time for an unknown sum of money. If Charania's report is true, this decision is withheld from the public. When you factor in all the misinformation surrounding the injury timelines of Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine, it's becoming increasingly difficult to have any trust in this organization to do the right or honest thing. Not only was this a poor decision, but it now has me fearful the roots of the Chicago Bulls' problems originate far above the head coach position.